One Piece. Chapter 1146 confirms a massive fan theory about Elbaf ever since it began. One Piece's Elbaf arc has quickly become one of the franchise's best and most important story arcs. Although it is still in its early stages, the reveals that have been made in the little time of its airing have been some of the most significant in the entire story, to the point where many fans of the series are already calling it one of One Piece's most pivotal arcs. As such, just like any other arc in the story, Elbaf is chock full of mystery and intrigue, giving a lot of room for fans to theorize about every little detail they come across. Because of this, one of the biggest theories regarding this island was of King Harold's true allegiance, and the full details regarding it may have just been revealed in Chapter 1146. So let's go over why King Harold was likely an ally of the God's Knights the entire time. Chapter 1146 confirms Harold to be an enemy, the deceptive king of Elbaf. When the Elbaf arc started, fans were introduced to the royal family of the island, of which only 3 members are known. Coming as a surprise to many, Hadrudin was revealed to be the son of the king, but was ineligible for the title himself due to being born out of the royal line, which meant that his younger half-brother, Loki, was next in line after the death of King Harold. Harold himself was unanimously known across Elbaf as the greatest sovereign that the country has ever had. Being born from the lineage of the ancient giants, Harold was a fierce warrior who, contrary to the nature of his people, championed the promotion of peace above all else, even going so far as to rip off his own horns to make a statement of how committed he was to changing the image of his country. For every resident of Elbaf, he was widely regarded as the greatest monarch, specifically because he sought peace over war. However, while this is objectively a great thing, many fans were quick to question it. This is because the giants of Elbaf are known around the world as the most fearsome race who are so powerful that no one can stand against them, which is the biggest reason why Elbaf has remained outside the fold of the world government for the past 800 years. So the fact that they are now changing this image in order to promote a peaceful image rubbed many the wrong way, and Chapter 1146 may have just confirmed this theory. The theory essentially states that, despite being known as the greatest monarch in Elbaf's history, Harold's promotion of peace and downplaying of the giants' warlike culture was an inside job, which he worked to promote with the God's Knights. According to some fans, Harold only championed peace so that the giants would forget their warlike nature, making them more complacent. Harold, that bastard, he really screwed it up this time. By doing this, the entire country would be weak enough for the world government to initiate a hostile takeover, making it so the forces of Emu had the most powerful race on their side in the final war. It remains a mystery whether Harold's intentions were good or bad, since he may have started doing all of this to genuinely ensure that the giants would have good ties with their neighbors, or even to ensure their survival upon learning the true strength of the world government and realizing how they wouldn't be able to compete. All of this is currently a mystery in terms of how it would happen. However, Saint Summer's comments at the very end of Chapter 1146 imply that there was some sort of plan or partnership between the late king and the God's Knights, which was only thwarted due to Loki's intervention. As for now, fans can only wait and see how all of this will unfold, and Loki's full backstory will reveal everything regarding all parties. What this means for the future of Elbaf. Where does the story go from here? Harold may have betrayed his people because he was either evil or saw no alternative to ensure survival. This reveals that Loki was misunderstood, confirming fan theories. When the truth of Harold's true intentions, allegiance, becomes common knowledge, everything will change for the residents of this island. Upon finding out that Loki has been innocent this whole time, the giants will side with him and face off against the forces of the God's Knights, and the island will then likely get a new ruler, who will either be Loki himself or more likely Hadrudin. Moreover, a cool detail that many fans glossed over had to do with the giant sword that is stuck inside Jarul's head, which looks suspiciously similar to the blade that Harold is holding in his portrait, which may have been the earliest clue toward his true allegiance. Eventually, Jarul may remember his treachery and will help in the final battle against the God's Knights on Elbaf. If you're as hyped as we are about what's coming next in One Piece, smash that like button, subscribe to Fun_Times13, And let us know in the comments, did King Harold betray Elbaf out of fear, or was he always working for Emu? This story is just getting started. Stay tuned, because the truth is more dangerous than any war. Again.